Right, we're back again. That's taken about only 10 or 15 minutes to clean the ladle. You can see it's fine to have dirty hands. What you don't want is a dirty piece of silver. When you're polishing, I should have said, and you can see now it's just a light, gentle hand clean. That's all you ever want to do with a piece of silver. That is now beautiful, as it originally would have been, but not bright. For goodness sake, don't polish things up so they're gleaming like a mirror. All I've done is taken the dirt off the surface of that, and that allows you to appreciate the silver object. The last thing I've got left to do is the matchstick. Now, with the matchstick, what we do is we put it in our mouths and we start chewing the end of it. The people of a sensitive disposition turn away now. And we thoroughly moisten it, because what we have got is hallmarks. Now, when you're polishing, the polish you're using will catch inside the hallmark. It's inevitable. There's nothing you can do about it. You go over the hallmarks. You don't want to leave any polish residue on the piece of silver. That's the key thing. You gently clean it. When you're cleaning it, I should say, you always support it with your hand. Whichever bit you're polishing, you're supporting it with your other hand. I wouldn't hold this by the handle. I wouldn't put it on a surface and push where it could give way. You're always supporting the object. Whatever part you're polishing, you're holding the reverse of it so you can't cause any damage by the light pressure you're applying. That's the first thing. The second thing is you leave no residue on. So now we've chewed the end of a matchstick, because the end of a chewed matchstick will remove the polish, but it's too soft to damage the surface of the silver in any way. So we go inside. It's a bit unnatural to lift it and do it. Go inside and we just work around in an eccentric fashion each of the hallmarks. And we might even, I'm sorry if this offends, put a little bit of spit on it. Spit hurts nothing. That's why you have spit and polish. Well, it isn't really, but think of that. And you just work it in, and you're gentle about this. You're not harsh, you're not hard. Notice I'm supporting the bowl with this hand. The only thing that's getting any pressure is my fingers. Not the bowl, not the handle, nothing like that. And the end of the match splinters into all the little fibres. So it sort of turns into a mini brush, if you think of it like that. And even though you can't see anything when you start this, it is surprising the amount of polish that's in there and the amount that comes out. And try and do it in a, not just an up and down, but a sort of roundabout and circular motion, because those fibres are catching everything. If I show you the end of that, look how black that is. That's all the dirty polish that was just in 4 tiny hallmarks. And just get the cloth and just very lightly go over it. And if you're worried like I am, you can even get an eyeglass and just look in each hallmark. Fine, there's no polish left in there. So that is how to polish any piece of silver. Obviously, big pieces of silver will take more time and effort. Now, once you've polished something like this, if you keep it in a nice, clean environment, you're storing it and it's cool, or maybe you wrap it up in the very good quality acid-free tissue paper that you get, not the stuff from the high street shops that turns it a funny colour, but the very good stuff, you may not need to polish this again for years. Obviously, if you're using it on a daily basis, that will clean it as well if you're serving punch or doing things like that. But really and truly, the objects I have, they have one good clean. When I get them like this, it's cleaned, it's waxed, all the polish residue has been removed, and that is it. And apart from a light buff with a cloth, as long as you're not keeping it anywhere where it's rapidly tarnishing, that should be enough. One good clean. But I hope that's all the people that have asked, how do I polish a piece of silver? That's how I do it. I'm sure there are other people that do it other ways, but I would guard against doing anything that is harsh, anything that requires pressure, anything dipping pieces of silver. Sometimes pieces of silver are absolutely wrecked and tarnished, and the only thing you can do is use that solution of crystal soda, boiling water, and tin foil in a clean plastic bowl, and you dip them in for 2 or 3 minutes, and they fizzle and bubble away, and it reconverts the tarnish into silver. But it's a bit abrasive. You wouldn't want to do it on a lovely bit of antique silver if you could possibly and feasibly avoid it. And also remember, you're not, nearly got smacked in the face by the handle there. You're not bringing these to a brilliant shine. You're just taking off the tarnish and giving them a very pleasing glow. That's all we want, a pleasing glow of antique silver. And that's enough. I think you can see that. It is quite well. I've just done it. But it'll stay like that for months and months and months and months and years maybe, as long as it's not subject to substances or heat or atmospheres that would tarnish it, and it won't be. We'll look at punch ladles next week. That's what I was going to do the talk on initially, but I thought you'd like to do cleaning silver this week, parts 1 and 2. Hope that's helped some of you out. Until next week, goodbye.